Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Jeff, Mr. I Can Be a Huckleberry. It's been a long time since I've been put a video up, and I don't know. I've been saying I'm going to it. I haven't yet. I was like, oh, I'm gonna clean my house, like do a apartment tour and all that stuff, but it hasn't happened yet. But I just wanted to get on today, and then just to kind of talk about something that just happened. I think on my second video, I talked about, I am a member of the LGBT community and all that kind of thing. And I don't really let that consume me or anything of that nature. It's not everything of me. It's just a part of me. It's just how I choose to show affection to another person. So I don't really think it's that big of a deal for me. So what you see of me right now, this is how I dress. I don't put makeup on. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. And even if there are some people that do that, that's their business. But I don't because that's just not my thing. But I'm just very much so a male. On some instances, people don't even know. And quite frankly, I really don't care. So I'm off today. So I'm chilling. That's why you see me in my little sweaty tee and my hat and everything like that. But so I got up and I had made me some chicken in my Instapot. And I was like, oh, shoot, let me run to the store and get some stuff. I can just make me like some chicken nachos or something like that. So I grab my stuff on, throw my shoes on, all that stuff, and I go out the door. So as I go down the steps, and as I turn the corner, I see this older lady standing. I didn't even see her. And so she came by. I was like, oh, excuse me. And so as I'm passing by and I'm going down the next flight of steps, she says to me, you need a woman and not a man. And it caught me off guard because she said it kind of subtle, and it was kind of like in this little rhyme or like a little song or something. And I didn't catch it off guard. And I don't get upset about when people say anything about, they've called me a fag, I've been called all kind of stuff. And I don't really trip off of that. But it just caught me off guard because, like, I'm going to the store. You're my neighbor. I barely even see you. Well, I shouldn't say I don't see you. We don't even have a communication. Usually we're passing, it's like a, hey, excuse me, or we just kind of move by. But for you to have said that to me, I don't know what it was, but it lit something inside of me. I was so mad. I called my rental office just to have it as a report. And I was so upset because the elderly or the senior citizen, there's somebody I hold very dear to me. In the store that I run, I get a lot of senior citizen customers that I love them to death. And some of them say inappropriate stuff, but I'm at work, so I really can't check them. But either way, they love me to death. And like my mom passed a couple of years ago, but I have another young lady, her name is Miss Stephanie. She's my play mom. We met in the retail world and everything, and I love her dearly. She's an older lady too, and so I don't have anything against older people, and I understand sometimes they say what they feel and that kind of thing, but I think I'm just getting to the point where I don't think it's okay that just people in general get to say what they want to say, and just not even be ignorant, because I'm not even going to give you that pass. That is dumb, and that is stupid, and it's disrespectful. Now, what you don't realize is that there are people all over the world. There was a video that just went viral of a man on a subway station kicking a 78-year-old lady in the face, beating her up on the train. And my thing is I think that people just have to realize as a whole, which of course I'm not condoning, but I'm saying that people just as a whole, not even just senior citizens, but just people as a whole need to realize that it is not okay for you to disrespect the next person. You don't have to agree with what you think you may know, or even what you know. You don't have to agree with anybody's lifestyle choices. You don't have to I don't have to agree with people who are out here smoking weed. I don't have to agree with them, but it doesn't give me a right, and it doesn't give me a pass to be disrespectful to the next person. And in this day and age, people are not giving you passes these days. People are blowing people's brains out. People are beating and assaulting people in the street. So you cannot just say what you want to say to people, and it's supposed to be okay because, oh, you're a senior citizen. Oh, you've been on this earth long enough that you can say what you want to say. You are more than welcome to say what you want to say, but you need to be prepared for what could happen. Because if I was another type of individual, I could have flipped that bitch over that banister. Excuse my French. I don't do disrespect well because it's not necessary. I live in this life. My family lives 8 hours away from me. My friend, he lives like what, 30 minutes away. I have another friend that lives like I don't live with a whole lot of people around me. So I maneuver through this world pretty much solo. Like my sister was even telling me, she was like, why don't you ever call anymore? And I'm like, you call me. Like I live very solo because I I work in a very social atmosphere. I have to constantly greeting people that I probably too much don't care for. I have to turn the other cheek all day long with people. So I move pretty solo. When I don't want to be bothered with people, I don't. I stay my ass in my house. I cook me some food. I watch Netflix, watch TV, and I don't bother with people. But what I don't like is that people think that it's okay to be disrespectful to the next person. It's just not okay. And what happens when someone gets fed up? What if I had been that person? Because what she doesn't realize, you don't know how tight I'm wound. That I could have marched my ass back up them steps and punched her in her mouth. And then all that would have been viral, and then we don't know the backstory. So there was a senior citizen who thought it was okay to be disrespectful because she's been on the earth longer than me, or because she deems that, quote unquote, my lifestyle that she thinks she knows about is less than desirable, and it's okay for her to say disrespectful things. I just don't understand why the world has come to that, where it's okay for you to come and behave poorly and it's glorified or it's excused or they just ignorant. I'm not giving people those passes. Homosexuality has been around since before time, since the days of ancient Egypt. So I don't understand. Here we are in 2019 where I am not brandishing myself. I have not approached your husband or your son. I'm not doing anything but walking down the stairs to go get me food. That you think that it's okay to guess and think that you know what my lifestyle is, and then you comment on it. Because it just infuriates me. And my thing is, people just think it's okay. Like, I feel like I try to navigate this world pretty just on the rule of, I just want to be respectful to the next person. I don't want to cause no issue. I just want to live to see another day. I want to live to see 35 in a couple of months. I want to live to be 40. I want to live to retire and enjoy life. Like, I just don't go around doing those kind of things. If I don't want to do something, I feel like that the crowd that I'm going to be around, I just don't do it. Or, you know, even when just in regular life, I try to just do things the right way. Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to fuck up. I'm going to say something about somebody, all those kind of things. But never am I going to ever be openly disrespectful to anyone. And then try to make it okay and justify it. I don't understand what is going on. Like, this day and age, like, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And what people don't understand is that when you poke a bear, meaning, example, I should say, not meaning, but an example like a LGBT community, what you're going to start to see is people begin to strike back. And that's when you're going to start seeing us fighting like savages out here, because we're fighting to live and fighting to survive, because people are just thinking that it's okay to be openly disrespectful to people. I'm going to tell you another instance I had. I was in Dollar Tree in an area where I normally am not, but sometimes I get a little infatuated with things. So like if I see something on YouTube and somebody had like a big Dollar Tree haul and I liked a lot of the stuff they had, I'll go to a lot of Dollar Tree until I find it or until I find enough of them that appease me, and then I'm like, okay, I'm over it. So I was in this area and I was looking for a book. I have one of them. I don't know if you all can see it up there, but it was a Michael Jackson book, and it was actually in Dollar Tree. And so I was looking for them things everywhere. I had my family looking back home in Indianapolis. I was like, I'm going to find this book. So I was just in this area, and I was like, oh, it's a Dollar Tree over there. So I go in, and I'm looking down the aisles, and I was like, oh, book aisle. So I go down, and it's a gentleman. He was in the section right before the books. And so, again, I walk past him, excuse me, get over here to the books. So I see him walk away, and I hear him mutter something. So he goes to the aisle behind me, and he says something, and I could barely hear it. But when I came back this way, he was like, I'm sick of these faggot ass niggas. I guess that's what we gotta deal with. So I didn't see my book, and I made my way to the register. So he's standing in the line, and I politely told the gentleman, I said, instead of you worry about who the fuck I'm fucking, worry about getting your weight up while you in here grocery shopping in the Dollar Tree. I said, me being here is a hobby. This is your way of life. So worry about that shit instead of fucking worried about who the fuck I'm fucking. This motherfucker hush mouth. Because I don't think he realized that I'm as tall as what I am and as of stature that I am. And I don't think he thought that I was going to say it, because a lot of people have this misconception that because, oh, he's a gay male, he's soft-spoken, he just going to let me just do. No, we giving you a pass out of respect. We giving you a pass because we got better things to do, and we probably done had worse said to us by better. But I'm here to tell you that that day is going to come to an end at some point, and people are going to start to feel the wrath of people, not even just LGBT, but just people in general do not care to be disrespected. And they will lash back out. You could lose your life for all you know. For all you know, I could have had a gun in my hand. I could have blew your brains out. And you think that it's okay. Like, y'all need to, people got to cut that shit out. Because I'm telling you, you don't know who's wound tight. You don't know. You don't know how tight the next person is wound, to the point where you could just say anything. You could suck your teeth at that person. They could turn around and slap the shit out of you. And you got to fight. Because you didn't choose to keep your comment to yourself. Think what you want to think. Have your own beliefs about what you want to believe. But at the same time, you need to remember that if you open your mouth and you decide to be disrespectful to someone, you need to be ready for the consequences. That is me with a boy, girl, grandmama, auntie, whoever. What you don't understand in this day and age, you can get it from anybody. So you need to be careful about what you're saying and who you're saying it to, because you don't know what happened, because that could be your last breath. And all you was doing was exercising your right for freedom of speech, and you right. And they exercising their right to whoop your ass. Or they're exercising their right to take your life. So at the end of the day, just be respectful to people. That's it. You don't have to like nobody. You don't have to like nobody. You don't even have to love them motherfuckers. Just respect people, and don't just keep your comment to yourself. Go on about your day. Because for this woman, I don't know what satisfaction, what glory she got out of saying something so inappropriate to me. Like, did that make her day? Did that pay her light bill? Did that pay her rent? Did it put some money in her pocket? It did none of that. But what it could have done was got your ass whooped by the right person. So just keep that in mind, people. Like, keep your comments to yourself. If you don't have a comment that's going to uplift somebody, that's going to encourage somebody, keep it to your motherfucking self. All right, I'm out of here.